What's up, guys? This is Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about the markets and a very important warning. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. So I was talking about in my morning video that SPY had to hold 639 on the 4-hour close for us to have, a bounce. We're talking about the possibility of a small bounce before we potentially reject. But instead of holding 639, we ended up dipping. I also told you guys if we lost 638, we're looking for a dump back down. And what happened was instead of holding above 639, SPY started to dip. And since then, we've been just dumping and there's been no sign of a bounce yet. So we're looking quite bearish now. We failed. The inverse head and shoulders like structure we had has failed. And we're looking bearish right now. So I just want to give you guys a warning about that. Our price targets is going to be, well, the first support's at 635. If it doesn't hold, we're looking for 633. We're looking very weak. So I just want to give you guys a warning to be very careful with your trades and such. The market is once again continuing to dump, and we're going to see if 635 holds. If not, we could be dumping to 633 or below. We got to reclaim 639 to see a bigger bounce. So look at 637.5 as resistance and 639. As long as we're below those levels, though, we're favoring downside. Watch 635 to see if we hold. If not, we're looking for 633. Or even all the way down to 630 if that fails. For the QQQ, we need to get back above 566 to see a bigger bounce. If we can't reclaim that, we're going to look for a risk of 562, then 560. If that fails us, we could be dipping lower, so you want to be very careful. On the IWM, we're looking quite weak. We need to get back above 225 at the very least. If we can't, I could see this dip to like 222 all over again. ES was trying to bounce only to reject. We need to get back above at least 64.25 for a bigger rebound. If we can't, we're looking for 6400 as support. And if that fails us, we could be dipping to 63.80 or below. On NQ, we need to get back above 23,429. If we can't, we're looking for 23,289 as support, and then 23,200 as our next potential level below that. So be careful there. On Bitcoin, we're on a downtrend. We could be dipping to 111,000 all the way down here. We have 112,000 support, then 111,000 next. We could be dipping to the low 112,000s. We just rejected as well. Tesla is not looking good. We got a big rejection on this. We were supposed to hold above 329 to be bullish. Since we're not, we're looking for 321 or below. The market is just tanking. Nvda bounced to about 176. We were supposed to hold above 175 to bounce more. If not, we're looking for this thing to dump to 170. We're going to see if 170 holds. If it doesn't, we could be going all the way down to 166. That's the next level if that fails. Apple's rejecting, looking for essentially 225. AMD is looking weak here. We could be dipping towards 157. So look for 160 then 157. Amazon's rejecting, looking for essentially 220 flat. Coinbase could be dipping towards 290 flat. I see some weakness on this. Meta has rejected. We're looking for 725 or below. Google could be dipping towards, we need to hold above 200. If not, we could be dipping all the way down towards 195. So it could be dipping a lot more. And then Microsoft is looking like it's going to be testing 501 or below. The VIX has an inverse head and shoulders breakout, so it could continue to push. We have a gap to fill at 20, which makes me suspect there is more downside risk. So the market's looking quite bearish. Watch 635. If not, we're going to 633 on SPY. Be careful, guys. Unfortunately, the inverse head and shoulders setup for a temporary bounce failed. And we're looking more bearish, so I want to be very honest about that. We did go over the levels in my previous video, and the bearish levels ended up breaking, so we have to switch plans. It happens all the time in the markets. Play the charts, do what you have to do, and peace out.